welcome to this Friday, May the 5th edition of the Ringside Report. I am Ryan Young. Joining me on the phone, as always, the King of Controversy, Anthony Smoody. Smoody!
It's Friday, and we got 2 more weeks till it comes.
What's coming?
May 19th.
What's May 19th?
Kane's favorite day.
Whose favorite day?
Kane. Remember, he doesn't like that day, May 19th?
Oh, I'm going to the Cub game that day.
Oh.
Uh-oh. You went to the Cub game yesterday. How was it?
It was beautiful. We won.
We didn't, Tony, we didn't win. We lost by 7.
I know.
Oh. But anyway, it's Cinco de Mayo, Tony. I got to get heading to Displays. We got to speed along this Friday show.
Yeah, let's get rocking. Let's drink and let's enjoy.
There's no drinking, Tony, for shit's sake.
I'm drinking Mountain Dew, so I'll be Cinco de Mayo to all you folks.
Let's recap SmackDown. Shane McMahon comes out, welcomes the newest member of the SmackDown roster. That is Chris Jericho. AJ Styles comes on and says he's going to lose that title at Backlash. Kevin Owens says he's going to lose that belt tonight in the rematch. Jinder Mahal defeats Sami Zayn. Ty Dillinger defeats Aiden English. Natalya and Carmella defeat Naomi, and then eventually Charlotte. Charlotte got attacked before the match in an interview. Dolph Ziggler defeats Sin Cara. And then in your main event, Kevin Owens defeats Chris Jericho. He's your new U.S. champion. Then he attacked Chris Jericho. This was his farewell as he gets ready to go back to Fozzy.
Yeah, Jericho. Is this the retirement, or is this...
No, he'll be back after their tour.
Well, good thing for Jericho, because last time Fozzy got canceled, he came back early. But, yeah, it's time for Jericho to take some time off, because he's been wrestling for a while.
Now, of course, you know you've followed his whole career. Was this the hottest run that Jericho's had since he's done these back and forth, on and off runs?
Well, let's see. 99 to 2005, he...
But, I mean, he was there that whole time, wasn't he?
No, actually, he's not. By the way, 2005, he got fired by Eric Bischoff for losing a match to John Cena, but then reappeared. He took off a year, I believe, and yes, he did. And he didn't come back till late 2007.
But I mean, what I'm trying to say is this gimmick with the list thing. This is the hottest he's been in a long time.
Well, this is better than when he first invented the Geritron 9000. Yeah,
well, you know how he gets with his Geritron.
Just ask Shawn Michaels how his eyes are feeling.
Didn't Jericho get thrown through the Geritron by Kevin Owens?
That was a festival friendship. But if you remember, Shawn Michaels, he got thrown through the Geritron 9000 before No Mercy 2008.
So then now we shift gears to Backlash, May 21st. Your thoughts? It's going to be Kevin Owens versus AJ Styles. I think this is going to be a good match. It's got to be main event.
Yeah, Ring of Honor versus TNA. This is going to be old school versus new school. Actually, old school versus old school, I guess. But you've got AJ Styles that lives in Georgia, and you got Kevin Owens that lives in Canada, but he's from Milwaukee because he's from the Wisconsin area.
And also, your thoughts on Jinder Mahal. He's done a tremendous job. I think he's really starting to build a name for himself in the short time he's gotten time.
Yes, I like his big, but he needs to get rid of the Shaw brothers. These guys are...
Singh brothers.
Oh, who are they?
The Singh brothers.
Oh, they're Singh brothers, but he needs to start getting on this act, because if he doesn't get moving, he's got to remember, Randy Orton is a dangerous wrestler. When he gets in that mode, when he gets in that zone, you're done. Forget about it.
We'll see what happens. Quickly, 205 Live. TJ Perkins gets a win over Lindsay Dorado. Drew Gulak gets a win over Mustafa Ali. Of course, he cost him last week in a match. And Noam Dar defeats Rich Swann. Alicia Fox returns and joins back with Noam Dar.
Yeah, so figures. She can't find a man that cleans her every night, just like she
cleans her every night? What the hell is she, a baby?
No, she's a bimbo.
Before we get taken off the air by Tony's mouth again. Again, folks, I am not joking, ladies and gentlemen. If you're new to the show, he is not named the King of Controversy for nothing. Watch our first ever episode. You'll know why. Folks, we're taking time out and come back. We are going to recap Ring of Honor and NXT. That's next. Tony, on this date, back in, I'm not sure which one it was. There might be the next one, but the infamous in 2003, Kurt Hennig got fired from WWE for his incident involved in the plane ride from hell, as him and Brock Lesnar got into a fight that escalated, pushing one into the plane door. That if it would have opened, one of them would have fell from the plane.
That was that was about a couple months later. I think it was a couple of weeks later. Then Kurt Hennig passed away.
No, he went to TNA then, and then he passed away.
Oh, and I would like to, before we say, I'd like to thank the special thing. The 4-year-old boy in Kansas fell into a pond, and he was rescued by a police officer. And so, good thing by the police officer.
Good news.
Rescue him.
That's good to hear. That's a good story. Also, thoughts and prayers go out to Jimmy Kimmel. His son, just 11 days old, open heart surgery. He's doing okay. He's got a lot of surgeries to do, but he made an emotional speech on his show on, I believe, Monday. So thoughts and prayers go out to him and his 11-day-old son, and best wishes to them.
He ain't wrecking Sarah Silverman anymore.
I love me some Sarah Silverman. That's not his wife, is it?
No, he's dating somebody else. Sarah left for, he's gonna have Duke still with, who the hell is that guy? Matt Damon. That's right.
That's who she's with?
No, no, she was somebody else, but Jimmy Kimmel's in a fight with, Matt Damon or so. He always tries to get him on the show. He says, sorry, our best,
oh, yeah. He always says, sorry, we ran out of time for Matt Damon. Because actually, one time, literally, he did run out of time for Matt Damon.
But then, Ben Affleck brought him on brought him in his raincoat one time.
Oh, Lordy. Smoody, you ready to recap Ring of Honor?
Yes, how much longer? Is it next week?
A week from tonight, Tony.
Oh, boy.
Kingdom defeat the Coast to Coast. The Young Bucks come out and say they need competition. So guess who, Tony, guess who made their debut? Former WWE Tag Team made their debut in Ring of Honor.
I don't know who.
They recently came back for a storyline. And they left.
Not the Hardys.
No. You ready?
Gallows Harrison?
No, you ready?
No, who?
The Spirit Squad.
Oh, God.
Kenny Dykstra and the other guy. Great mic skills by the other guy. So they get beat up by the Young Bucks. I believe they get a title match next week.
Kenny Dykstra.
Did you hear about the story that happened to him? When he came back for WWE's run, he had to take time off work. He got fired from his job, and then WWE released him after that promo. So now it's good to see him back in wrestling and Ring of Honor.
Yeah, because he dated Mickey James at the time.
And that's Magnus's girl. Now, Tony, we're talking a lot about relationships in this episode.
I know, and both of them don't have a girlfriend, except you have a 5-finger discount. Ow!
Smoody! Matt Sydal gets a victory. We're just gonna veer past that comment. Matt Sydal gets a victory, and then in the main event, Tony, Jay Lethal, Silas Young, Jay White, Adam Page. The winner gets added to the main event of War of the Worlds. It is Jay Lethal, Tony. You're correct.
I told you, he's got to win back his title. But now with Adam Cole not in the picture anymore, I think Adam Cole needs to start saying bye-bye to Ring of Honor, go to WWE soon.
So that'll be a triple threat match. It'll be Cody and Jay Lethal get an opportunity against Christopher Daniels.
Wait a minute. Get it right. It's the American Nightmare, Cody.
No, I only know one American Nightmare, and I'll be seeing him later on tonight.
We don't talk about that goofball.
Killian Dane, this is NXT. Killian Dane gets a win over Danny Burch. Knight and Tucker Knight and the other guy get a win in a tag team match. Sonya Devil gets a win. Aleister Black gets a win. And then also number one contender for the NXT title, Hideo Itami defeats Roderick Strong. He will get the match at UFC. At NXT TakeOver Chicago. By the way, the theme song for TakeOver will be Judas by Fozzy.
Yeah, and the Backlash theme song is going to be, actually the promo is Nakamura's theme song.
Well, that's just, that'll be interesting. Who do you think Nakamura is facing at Backlash?
Either Dolph or...
Probably got to be Dolph, right?
Either or Sami Zayn.
We'll see. Folks, we're taking time out. When we come back, we are going to preview Threat Level Wrestling's premiere show tonight. We'll be back. Okay, folks, we're back here on the Ringside Report. It's now time to preview Threat Level Wrestling's premiere show, TLW Jam Tournament Edition. Tonight, 7:30 from the Prairie Lakes Community Center in Des Plaines, Illinois.
They're sold out.
It's gonna be a great show. Looking forward to it. I will be handling interviews. I will not be on commentary. It's Skits M. Jones and Scott Beatty. Now listen, I mean obviously I'm close with Scott Beatty from an announcing standpoint, and we've talked many times off, and obviously. But the thing is that this became, between him and Mikey Wild, they came telling me about this stuff for a wrestling company last summer, and they always said, let's do it. We want to do it right. We want to do what other companies aren't doing. We're not doing this to try to start competition and start war. We're doing this because we want the best wrestlers in the independent scene in the Midwest and all over the country to come into one spot. And that's exactly what they're doing. Ladies and gentlemen, the dream becomes a reality tonight at 7:30. Doors open at 6:30. Prairie Lakes Community Center in Des Plaines, Illinois. Tony, we are going to crown the first Threat Level Wrestling champion tonight.
Yeah, and you got 8 competitors in there. You got William Jacobs, Mikey Wild, Rob Crossan, Hardcore Craig. You know, it's a great thing, but both dominate. My pick is going to be, I'm not going to be there, so my pick is going to be going to Hardcore Craig. He's tough. He's bad, and he can kick ass and everything. But, like I said, it's a tournament. You don't expect who's going to win.
Tony, you got to expect an upset. It's March Madness.
But you got to expect, always at a wrestling show, controversy. Something's going to happen in controversy. Remember, you've got Christina Von Eerie, that bimbo from TNA.
Tony?
Against, from against Stacey Shadow. Stacey Shadow's going to wipe the mat off the floor.
Tony, I agree with you. I do not see this being good for Christina Von Eerie. You can wrestle all over the world, but you come in, you gotta get into a ring with, I'd say, and Tony, we've seen a lot of women wrestling around here. The strongest, meanest, toughest woman is Stacey Shadows. Next, I'd say Melanie Cruz as well, but she can't wrestle because of her being pregnant. But Stacey Shadows has got to be the toughest.
She's got to be right now, but when Melanie comes back after pregnancy, it's going to be, they'll have a feud. But other than Stacey Shadows, I still think, and I'm going to bring this out of BCW, I still think right now that the third toughest, she's a 16-year-old or 16 or 17-year-old girl. Her name is Sierra, and she's a tough hombre she's the women's champion from BCW, and she's tough. And
I believe her and Stacey Shadows have a cage match for the women's title coming up in the next month.
No, they have one in 2 weeks on May 19th at the, I believe it's either May or June. They have a cage match, but no, it's May 19th.
By the way, I hope everyone had a great time at Cauliflower Alley Club.
Oh, yeah, wonderful.
But also, Tony, we're also going to see a tag team, the Sleepover. It's Joey Avalon and his partner. We're going to see a lot of interesting stuff here. I can't give predictions because I'm a part of the show. I was like that with Pau as well. When I'm a part of the show or working for the company, I can't sit there and give predictions. What?
You know, this is going to be a great weekend because you've got a great wrestling weekend. Tonight you've got Threat Level Wrestling in Des Plaines, Illinois. Tomorrow night you've got a double-header. You got Pau and Fox League, and you got Hardcore Craig versus Scott Payne and no holds barred match. That's going to be good. And then also you got Global Pro Wrestling in Milwaukee, and then 2 weeks later, WWE takes over with the NXT TakeOver Chicago, and then back on Saturday, Sunday. But don't forget about Boz's company, too. And don't forget also, at Boz's company, 3 o'clock, if you bring your NXT ticket in, I believe you get it for free.
Awesome. Speaking of Global Pro Wrestling, we were going to air the interview today with Braun the Lumberjack. This is what's going on. We're going to start after our 500th episode. I guess we can make this announcement now. We're going to get back to what got Ringside Report on the map, and that is covering independent wrestling. And we kind of got away from that after I left POW Entertainment. We're going to cover Threat Level Wrestling. We're going to continue to do SSW, and we are going to do Global Pro Wrestling. So I believe this weekend Tony, you're gonna get we're gonna get interviews over the next month from Global Pro Wrestling. The next couple months, we're gonna air them, and we will start covering them in July. Their show. So looking forward to that, Tony. You've been to Global Pro Wrestling. Your thoughts?
Well, I haven't been to it yet, but I told Braun, I said, I'm going to sit there with a piece of pad and paper, and I'm going to tell you how I really feel about wrestling. And in like 3 hours of wrestling, I'm going to tell you if it's really good or if it's not. Because Monday's show, I'm going to review, I'm going to let you know.
No, we're not talking. We don't cover them till July, Tony.
I know, but I'm just going to let you know that when we start in July, I'm going to tell you if it's great or no. But like I said, Braun Lovercheck, hey, $10 for a show?
Can't beat it.
Bad.
And also a really nice guy as well. You don't get that a lot in this business. That's going to wrap it up. Preview for Monday. We're going to recap. We're going to have the TLW post show from Prairie Lakes Community Center. It'll be me solo. And then preview Raw and SmackDown. So, Tony, have a good weekend, and I'll talk to you Monday.
Yes, and I believe Raw will be...
in London. They're in London this week.
Yeah, they're in London. They're overseas. I guess they're going to be taping over the weekend.
Yep. For Anthony Smoody, I'm Ryan Young. Thank you for watching the Ringside Report. Happy Cinco de Mayo!